Imagine becoming a queen before you could even walk, and dying on the executioner's block before your 45th birthday. This is the story of Mary, Queen of Scots, a woman who held a crown but paid the ultimate price for it. Was she a victim of ruthless politics, or the architect of her own downfall? Mary Stuart was born in December 1542, into one of the most turbulent times in Scottish history. She was the only surviving legitimate child of King James I of Scotland. Just 6 days after her birth, her father died, making the infant Mary the Queen of Scotland. But a baby can't rule a kingdom. Powerful nobles fought for control, and Scotland became a playground for political maneuvering between two giants, France and England. To secure alliances, Mary was betrothed to the French Dauphin, Francis. At just 5 years old, she was sent to France, growing up in a glittering royal court, far from the rugged Scottish Highlands. In 1558, at the age of 16, she married Francis and became Queen Consort of France. For a moment, it seemed like Mary had everything: beauty, youth, and 2 crowns within her grasp. But fate had other plans. In 1560, Francis died suddenly, leaving Mary a teenage widow and a queen without a throne in France. With no place in the French court, Mary returned to Scotland, a land she barely knew, and a people who saw her as a foreign stranger. Back in Scotland, Mary was still young, ambitious, and determined to rule. But Scotland was deeply divided between Catholic and Protestant factions, and her cousin, Elizabeth I of England, watched her every move. Mary's second marriage was to her cousin, Henry Stuart, Lord Darnley, a union meant to strengthen her claim to the English throne. At first, the couple seemed the perfect royal match, but Darnley was arrogant, jealous, and unstable. In 1566, Darnley took part in one of the most shocking acts in Mary's reign, the brutal murder of her private secretary, David Rizzio, right in front of her. At the time, Mary was pregnant with Darnley's child. Their marriage collapsed, and in 1567, Darnley was found dead in a suspicious explosion. Many suspected foul play, and when Mary married the main suspect, the Earl of Bothwell, just 3 months later, public opinion turned against her. The Scottish nobles rebelled. Mary was forced to abdicate in favor of her infant son, James VI, and fled to England, seeking refuge from her cousin, Elizabeth. She would never see her throne again. Elizabeth I did not welcome Mary as a guest, but as a threat. Mary had a strong claim to the English throne, and many Catholics saw her as the rightful queen. For the next 19 years, Mary was kept under house arrest in various castles and manors across England. She was treated as a royal prisoner, well kept but constantly watched. In 1586, Mary was implicated in the Babington Plot, a plan to assassinate Elizabeth and put Mary on the throne. Whether she was truly guilty or a victim of entrapment remains debated to this day. But for Elizabeth, it was enough. Mary was put on trial for treason. The verdict: guilty. The sentence: death. On February 8, 1587, Mary dressed in black, and beneath it a crimson gown of the color of martyrdom. She walked to the execution block with dignity, praying aloud for her soul and for the church she believed in. Her final words were in Latin: "In manus tuas, Domine, commendo spiritum meum. Into your hands, O Lord, I commend my spirit." Mary's death shocked Europe. To her supporters, she was a Catholic martyr. To her enemies, she was a dangerous plotter who got what she deserved. Her son, James VI of Scotland, would one day inherit the English throne, uniting the crowns Mary and Elizabeth had once fought over. If you enjoyed this deep dive into royal history, check out my other videos on the dark and dramatic lives of Europe's most fascinating rulers. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a story.